Alright, what's going on, guys? My name's Austin, but you can call me FC, and today we are back with another video for you guys with some Madden 25, my ultimate team. And wow, it has been a while since I posted this, and I seem to say that all the time, but it's really, this has been a while though. It's been like a month, but I need to stop saying that all the time. Usually it'll be like 2 days later. Oh, it's been a while, but no, I'm kidding. But we throw a pick right there, and yeah, I know I don't throw that many picks this game, I think. So. But you guys will have to wait and see, not spoiling anything. But we are 2-0. We ended up beating our two teams last episode where they rage quitted. And I need to keep these episodes shorter because honestly, like 13-minute episodes. I mean, I don't know how long you or how much of an attention span you guys have or whatever. But for me, I personally I don't know. 13-minute videos just are too long for me. No, that sounds kind of bad. I watch movies all the time, so really that's nothing. But I just mean for like a commentary. I mean to actually do a commentary. It just seems like it's too long in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I might keep these shorter from now on or something like that. But I do like to pack a lot of stuff in here, so maybe that's why. But anyway, so I actually have something I wanted to talk about today, and this video, the last video I posted of Ultimate Team, and I don't know how that didn't get picked off, but we get to the 1 yard line. The last video I posted of Ultimate Team was my Sports CMM submission, and that was like in February or something, but it was a pretty good video, I guess. That's why I submitted it. I ended up getting selected for the Sports CMM. And if you guys don't know, I did lose. I actually never talked about it after well, yeah, I did talk about it once, but I actually talked a little bit about this in the podcast, but I actually have a kind of a funny story from the whole Sports CMM thing that I kind of want to, share. Maybe if you're a frequent podcast viewer, let me know if you heard this. And but this is going into more in depth, so I thought it was it wasn't really funny at the time, but it was pretty ridiculous. And we did get that pick, so we're moving down the field right now, and oh, break a tackle! Jerry Rice going all the way to the 2 yard line. Pretty nice reception there. But yeah, pretty much what I wanted to talk about is, so what happened is that I was like, alright, so I'm going to make my Sports CMM video, and pretty much what I ended up making was a Madden 25 Ultimate Team, playoff showdown, because at the time, playing-wise, and this kind of spoils a lot of stuff in the series, but oh, we get that fumble recovery off the punt, get out of the way. He pretty much like fell down. He could have gotten that, and sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I need to stay focused, but pretty much what happened is, I was trying to get some gameplay, and what happened is the whole plot of it was a sort of Ultimate Team playoff showdown for the divisional round, and where I was at playing-wise was in the divisional round, so I was like, alright, I can just play this, win this game, and then end up, being good. So I played the game, I was a little bit nervous, and, it's not like I'm getting nervous to play video games, but like, everything was on the line. My whole Sports CMM video was on the line, and I choked. Like, you guys have saw the gameplay if you saw it on Team GFS or whatever, but I ended up losing the game, and I was like, so fuck, what am I gonna do for my Sports CMM video? Because I lost the game. I ended up getting knocked out of the divisional playoffs, unless I would have staged the video, it wouldn't have really worked. So I was like, alright, what am I gonna do? So I was like, so it was a Saturday, and this was one of the Saturdays at the time that it was one of my free days, because this year has been like the busiest year ever. Like, honestly, it's been crazy. But so I was like, alright, so what am I going to do? I'll just play another season. So at the time I was like, alright, I have a free day, this is the one day I'm not doing anything, tomorrow I can try to edit while I'm writing an essay, but for the most part, this will be my playing day. So what happened, I was like, alright, so I'll play another season. So I played the season, and it was literally one of the most frustrating things I've ever done. Like, it was just so, I was raging so hard. Like, I think I actually broke a controller, like in one of the games, because I was trying to rush. Here's the thing, you can't play Ultimate Team and try to rush through games. Like, yeah, I was hoping so much that people would rage quit, and I mean, people would rage quit every once in a while, but for the most part, they stayed in the game. They were, like, I literally played like 10 straight games. I mean, that's not, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, when you're trying to, I don't know, all at once it just seemed like a really long time, and that ended up taking like 3 hours. I would say those 10 games took 3 hours. So I played the 10 games, and I actually didn't make the playoffs. So I was like, shit, what do I do? Because what happened, I was rushing through games, I was throwing picks, I was getting frustrated, I was raging, I felt like I was gonna throw my TV, and I actually was talking to Skylar, you guys know him from the podcast, and you can ask him, it was insane. So it was like, alright, I didn't make the playoffs, and here's the thing with me with games, alright, and this is just with anything, I get like an addiction, like I have a really strong addiction when I'm like in a competitive aspect or I'm trying to get something done. I have like an addiction to get it done. I'm not the type of person that's like, alright, I can't do this, F it, I'm dropping out. I'm the type of person that if it's on my mind, it's gonna get done. Like, it's not even a motivational thing. It's like if I don't do, I'm gonna either do this or I'm gonna die, sort of thing. Which is really bad, but like, that's just my mindset on everything. And I mean, it sounds kind of bad now with spring break happening. School hasn't really been there in that list or category, which it really needs to be. I need to get that because it's really important. But pretty much what happened next. So I ended up playing another season, and this took 3 hours, and I ended up making the playoffs. And look at this pass, Jerry Rice. Oh, getting that end zone. Actually, that wasn't Jerry Rice. That was the other team. So they're using the Vikings jersey, which was really confusing. Because the Raiders are my opposite jerseys, but for the most part, I usually use the Vikings jerseys, which you saw in the last game. So this was a really weird thing for me. But and I don't think this was a part of the streak or whatever. I don't think this was a part of the long 3-hour session. This was actually beforehand, but the gameplay you're watching now. But pretty much after that, I ended up making the playoffs, and I was like, alright, so this is pretty awesome. I'm in the playoffs, and I have a chance to, get this done with and, have a Sports CMM video. And I got a divisional bye. I went like 8-2, so I got to the divisional playoffs right away. So I was like, alright, and oh, watch this game, or this game right here. The way this ended is literally why Madden frustrates me so much. So just be on the lookout for this. But how about Dawkins getting that pick? And pretty good start to the game. But back to what I was saying. So I played the season. I was 8-2, and then I ended up making the divisional playoffs. Got to the divisional playoffs. My connection was laggy as hell. Like the first time, I just straight up lost in the divisional playoffs. But this time, my connection was laggy as hell. I lost the game. And I not only did I lose, but I like got slaughtered like 40-7. So it was literally one of the most excruciatingly painful things to play in my entire life. Like it was, and I'm actually gonna put this in the title. This does have spoilers for future episodes, but I mean, Ultimate Team is just sort of like you watch and see the game. So I'm not really gonna say what happens in each game, but just for the most part, overall, like that game, I lost 40-7. It was literally, it was one of the most frustrating things in my week. It was like, oh, it was crazy. But so then after that, I was like, so what do I do now? So I literally have been playing 6 hours of Madden. I had the addiction throwing through my veins. I had like the adrenaline going through. I was cussing. I was like so mad. If it was a live stream, I'm pretty sure people would like, I mean, people can watch rage videos, and maybe you guys would have thought it was funny, but some people, I'm pretty sure they would have just got annoyed because I was so ridiculously angry and loud. But pretty much after that, I was like, you know what, fuck it. Because I started at 2, and it was actually like, so 6 hours, so that's 8 o'clock. So I was like, alright, so it's 8 o'clock, and I pretty much said, you know what, I'm gonna play another season. So what did I do? I hopped back on Madden Ultimate Team. I took like an hour break to go outside or something, or I don't know what I did, but actually no, I didn't even take a break this time, because I remember me and Skylar were literally on Xbox the whole day. I think he went to do a few things, but like we no-lifed it for the day. So this was the no-life experience for the day on Xbox. But so pretty much after that, what happened is that I ended up playing another season. I finally won. So bam, I finally ended up winning. It was literally, I played Xbox that day for, how many hours did I play? I finished up at like 11 or 12, so I literally played from 2 to 11. It was the most, alright, here's the thing, like, I don't play Xbox that long. I played Call of Duty, because Call of Duty for me, that was my game. I played that all the time, and I had really long sessions. But with Madden, I usually play 2 games and I'm burnt. I really don't play many more games than that. I just, for some reason, I just can't get into sports games like that. Like, I love sports games, I've loved playing them in short, 1 or 2 game sessions, but I cannot play hours and hours on end. But that literally, that's what happened. I ended up playing just hours and hours, and it was literally, once I was done, I literally haven't touched Ultimate Team since. And I know I said literally like 10 times, my bad. But just thinking back on it, it's just crazy. frustrating too. But let me know what the longest, gaming experience you've had was. But I'll tell you this, like, actually, once looking back on it, it was frustrating, but it's not like I ever got bored of the game, so, I mean, that was good. But it was really frustrating, and I think when you have I have a really, really competitive spirit, and I guess it just really got the best of me there. But in the end, I thought I still did produce a good video for Sports CMM. Some of I guess the judges really didn't feel so, but I mean, a lot of people in the comment section did. And at the end of the day, I mentioned this before, so I'm not going to repeat it. But there's 4 people on. Those are only 4 people. It's not like they're the 4 most important people in the world. And, maybe some of them did like the video. I don't know. I looked at the scores, but you couldn't really, you can look at numbers, but you can't really get their thoughts. So, I didn't really know what their individual, ideas were. And they didn't really say it in the live stream, what their, opinions were. So, I don't know. But at the end of the day, people still, I mean, there are people who enjoy my videos, so that's always good. But, yes, that was just sort of the overview of that. And it was, I guess the whole experience was fun with the whole Sports CMM, but that part was bad. Like, I did not enjoy playing Madden for that long. But, anyways, so here we go. And this play, not this play, we get the touchdown, though, with Jackson. But watch how this game ends, alright? So, I end up tying the game up 28-28, and we're in the 4th quarter still. Here we go. They're actually going down the field right now, and they actually bomb it, and we get the pick with Reed, so there we go, get that interception. And with about a minute remaining, we're just going to take this back, try to get into their territory. And a minute remaining, we're at the 50-yard line, so this game's coming down to the wire. And so we scramble out of the pocket and end up getting sacked for a loss of like 14 yards. That was insane. So here we go, we're going to punt the ball away, and actually, no, I go for it with 7 seconds remaining, and this was the dumbest thing I could have possibly done. And I actually, no, this wasn't a part of the Madden streak, because this would have been, usually, like, when I'm frustrated, I'll do, like, dumb stuff, but this was just, I was playing a casual game, so I have no clue why I did that, but for the field goal and the win, and he misses, so that's not it, that's not what I was talking about with the whole frustrating thing. But with 28-28 in overtime, they end up getting a reception right there. And usually when they had the ball in overtime, I always lose because I really am not the best on defense. But they make a one-handed catch. Oh, that could have been picked. If I would have used it, I could have picked that off. But here we go. We're in Arizona Stadium and Glendale, so yeah, repping that Arizona Cardinals connected franchise. But anyways, they get down the field to the 30, and so they're in field goal range, so not really the best way to go right now, but we get a tackle, alright? So the reason I say that was, a good tackle, because usually on curl routes when they catch it, they always do a spin move. But we get the pick, Bobby Wagner with the interception. But look at this, he falls. Oh my god, and that's why. This is why Madden frustrates me so much. That's how we end it. But this video's gone on too long, but thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the story, and I guess I'll talk to you in the next one. These need to be shorter, but bye.